I've been trying to step away from the divine collective, masculine and feminine, but y'all have been asking me for a reading. So here we go. We're gonna see where the divine masculine, divine feminine energy is, and we're gonna go from there. But all morning I've had, hey me, still trying to replace me, chase me, wish you never dated me, lies, tell me lies, baby, tell me how you hate me, I bet you don't kiss her with your eyes closed. All day in my head, okay? And then I haven't sang it for a little bit, and then I sit down to do this reading back in my head. So here we are, 4-4. There's conflict here. Conflict within the mind, the heart, causing corruption between the divine collective. 5-5. Things need to change and level up, and new beginnings need to prosper. 101. Okay, let's see where the masculine is on his energy. Overall energy for the masculine spirit. 111. Yes. Okay, well, 111 was yesterday. 141. Angel numbers coming in hot. Okay, so he's opening up his playful energy. He's opening up to new possibilities, but things are a little bit chaotic. There's a lot of illusion. There's a lot of illusion coming through, daydreaming of what could be, but not knowing how to take action. Kind of cutting off their emotions, but also maybe feeling like you are cut off from your emotions as well. Let's see, where are you at on this? Yeah, you've really used your discernment. I think you even wonder if this is something you want anymore. You're feeling trapped and like you can't level up and become this divine empress, this high priestess, in order to move forward and align, because you are in conflict with your mind and your heart, because you're feeling this energy. You're really in your head, divine feminine. And I feel like that's why they think that you're cut off from the emotions here, because in the reverse is the Nine of Cups, and the masculine's got what they kind of put out there, 2-4-4, and now it's coming back to them. It's not what they wanted. It's the energy they were putting into this, or lack thereof. Okay, what are they feeling about this? Oh, okay, they're opening up. They are recognizing that they have the tools to manifest, and they are putting the energy and wanting to get this back. 3-1-1. However, there is a cycle, and there's a need to devote to themselves for the masculine. 1-4-4. They're manifesting through fear. What could go wrong? What am I going to get rejected? That's their fear, because they really see you as cut off from your emotions. So there's a big fear of rejection and worry that this cycle will completely close off, because if they are told there's no chance, 3-5-5, at an opportunity, they've been in this fear. However, they're stepping up. They're stepping up. They have to devote to themselves, become more independent, loyal, stable, grounded, heavy on the grounded, 1-4-4. And then doors will start opening. So let's see how you're feeling about this. They're definitely gathering information about this right now. They may be watching you on your socials. Definitely in this resting period for the divine feminines, standing in your strength. I feel like you're really trying to not reach out to this person. Yeah, you're staying right where you are, because you're waiting for the communication, you're waiting for the healing, and you're not allowing them to come in until they do the work for you, which is essentially what's needed, right? We have I know y'all are tired of hearing me say this, but we do have the divine masculine, divine feminine energies. Divine feminine does progress a lot more quickly. Divine feminine has to awaken for divine masculine, regardless. However, it may look different in physical bodies. Some masculines in the physical carry the divine feminine energy, so it's important to know whose role is who. One has the more upper hand, I guess. Feminine energy rises, masculine has to meet this energy, this frequency, and hold that frequency. When you get up here, feminine, and this masculine's rising, they're going to get about here and they're going to come in. They're not going to be fully healed. So it's your job to maintain this vibration. Do not drop it down. Stay at this vibration. Focus on yourself. Stay independent, stable, loyal. That's how this masculine works his way up to match your energy. So continue. No longer communication. until things are speeding up. 609. Don't hold on to the person that they are right now, because it is withholding them, 616, from their growth and their potential for a new beginning with this. Okay, advice for this collective. Any more advice for this collective? There's a conflict being thrown out the window. They are feeling very hurt. The masculines are feeling very hurt and deceived. But they look at you as very attractive. So they do want to communicate. They do want to take action for this. However, they're having a hard time walking away and being logical and matching your energy of cutting off these emotions. I feel like you have not only cut off your emotions or waited at least for the sign of moving forward and them actually stepping into their king emperor realm, okay? 707, leveling up spiritual awakenings, inner wisdom, and growing and allowing themselves, because the King of Swords was in the reverse. However, there's a judgment call. They have to walk away from whatever is holding them back. Fear, doubt, people, that kind of thing. Excuse me. Once they come into calmer waters in their mindset, aka leaving this behind, leaving the fear behind, allowing themselves to move forward, very slowly though, 744. Spiritual awakening is not linear, as well as healing. So they are navigating this. There may be days where they're very low, there may be days they're very high. Either way, they are going through this judgment call in order to step into this role for the Empress. And they are feeling left out in the cold by you. So you may be the runner, or they may be perceiving you as the runner because you're standing up for yourself, because they're not making a choice to move forward. They are cutting off these emotions in order to stay logical, and then they're stepping into those emotions and alchemizing them and moving forward with the Chariot. The Emperor rides in the Chariot, therefore they can only go forwards or backwards. They're going forwards. They're coming in to offer you something. This is something the universe is lining up for you to be at the right place at the right time for them to offer you this cup of love. But first they have to find their self-worth, their self-confidence, and you're still finding yours. So once you align 858, things will change into the most abundant timeline. Yeah, stop your worrying, babes. You got this. 909. Love you guys. Bye.